Okay, this one may not flow as nicely as I want to. 4:20 a.m. here in Arizona, but now we have the trending news of Asada Shakur dying, Tupac's godmother, right? So that may play a role in this decode as well, okay? Possibly. But you see right here, this is Jason Myers, okay? American professional football place kicker for the Seattle Seahawks of the NFL, okay? He played college football for the Marist Red Foxes. But you want to know why this guy is trending? It's because he boots a 52-yard field goal on the final play, lifting the Seahawks over the Cardinals, and it's a 23-20 victory. And I think that we're gonna watch that field goal as well. All right. Now, I'm going to read just a little bit of the article here. The Seattle Seahawks could have been shell shocked, giving up a 14-point lead during the latter half of the fourth quarter and turning their comfortable advantage into a tie game with 33 seconds left. Speaking of somebody who's out here in Arizona and kind of like semi knows about the Cardinals' history, the Cardinals are always involved in like these wild up and down games, leaving their fans leaving their fans all shook up, right? Just let me throw that in there right there. And this appeared to be another one. And even me myself, uh, back in the day, or semi recent time, have witnessed this as well against the Seahawks even. So it's another one now. But it looked like they might need overtime to make amends. Sam Darnold, Jackson Smith, Nigba, I don't know the name, and Jason Myers had other ideas. Darnold hit Smith Jigba for a 22-yard gain. There's that 22 like Tupac, right? There's that 22 like Tupac right there with his godmother dying. I already mentioned it, right? So, what we might hit some of these twos as we go. A 22-yard gain. I guess that guy's name he's got two last names. Smith Najigba. Myers made a 52-yard field goal as time expired, and the Seahawks withstood a late rally by Kyler Murray and the Cardinals to beat Arizona 23-20. And this was a Thursday night game. Okay? Thursday night game. I had no doubt we were going to go down there and score. Honestly, Smith Najigba said, I'm probably butchering the name, and I wish it wasn't in here so much. We just needed one play, a couple plays, and Jason's going to get down there and seal the deal. Seattle has won 8 straight over Arizona. Wow. NFC West rival. The Cardinals trailed 20-6 midway through the fourth. Murray threw a 16-yard touchdown pass to Marvin Harrison Jr. that cut the deficit to 20-13 with 5:50 left. Okay, so that's enough information there, but we still want to watch this field goal, and I'm going to show you these connections, and there's a lot of connections. I'm going to try to not take so long, but it's just rough sometimes. And hey, I can do what I want, right? I can do what I want. I just need to get this information out there. All right. So, let me go ahead and fix that slide while I'm at it right there. So let's see if this video plays. There we go. No volume. Good. We didn't want volume anyways. We see that it was even 20-20 at the time of the field goal. So there's some more twos. And they mentioned like a 22-yard gain earlier in the article. Look at it, 2nd and 6. Remember Tupac energy in the air. Okay, Tupac energy in the air with his godmother dying. They say of like just naturally of age, and I can't remember the other thing they said, but supposedly it was nothing shady. But look, 20-20, like 2, 2nd and 6, and the field goal. Man, that was weird. I know we've had some tough weather here in Arizona lately. It absolutely poured yesterday, and it was windy the day before, possibly at this game. Look at that ball. And it goes in right there, okay? It's good. As they celebrate the victory. Wow, look, you get a 77 even back there, which all connects to the Tupac death of his godmother. Did I say her name wrong earlier? Asada Shakur. Did I even say her name? Maybe I didn't. That 77 connects in that decode. That's actually going to be alive. So if you're seeing this video now, um, it may be after the live or before the live, but I have the live scheduled for 9 a.m. Arizona time, and that is Saturday. And I am just into Saturday right now. So in just a few hours, you should check that out. Okay. But you see that field goal right there. Now look at this. He even wore 2 on his jersey at one point. He looks like he's wore the 2 and the 5, or you can say the 5 and the 2. And it was a 52-yard field goal like the jersey numbers right here that you see him wearing. Look at his last name, Myers. Jason Myers boots a 52-yard field goal on the final play. It's kind of like Mayers. And I mentioned in the ASAP Rocky video, birth to the new baby girl, him and Rihanna, trending. I mentioned in the video, he may even pronounce it Myers, but it looks like Mayers. But you can see the similarities there. Jason Myers, Rakeem Myers, both trending at the same time. Not a coincidence. And you see the trending story right there. Rihanna and ASAP Rocky welcome their 3rd child. You know what's amazing? She was born on Tupac's death anniversary. Now we have the death of Asada Shakur, Tupac's godmother. So that's awesome on the fly because I made this video before the death connected to Tupac. So that's amazing right there. This is where everything pays off, because then you could be like, what are the odds of that? I already mentioned what are the odds of these connections that I'm already showing. Now, what are the odds of that? And again, back to this article. Look at this right here again. Darnold hit this guy, whoever it is, for a 22-yard gain. You see? So you even get more of those Tupac connections. This game actually on the death date of Asada Shakur. Shakur's got S like Seattle Seahawks, and they pick up the victory here. But this Rihanna, this Rihanna connection was all about the 22s as well, 20s and 22s. They had 2 children going into this new pregnancy and birth by Rihanna, right? They're a power couple, a couple like 2. And this thing was just loaded with the 2s and 22s, as you see there, like, and the birth of this child on the Tupac death date anniversary, on the date of this Seahawks Cardinal game right here. Even, let's not, when we think about the Cardinals, don't think about, think about the baseball team, the Arizona Diamondbacks, who beat the Yankees after 9/11, Twin Towers, right? Two. Think about that. And, that whole scenario. Don't forget the hockey team in Arizona. The previous hockey team, the Arizona Coyotes, don't forget they were the Winnipeg Jets before moving to Arizona and becoming the Coyotes. Jets, like planes, like, hitting two towers, right? So look at how all of this Tupac energy lingers. And, you could see right here, this also connects to the trending. Oops. Let's go right there. So this also connects to another Seattle team. This is the Seahawks with the victory over the Cardinals, right? Seahawks with the victory over the Cardinals. And this connects to the baseball team of Seattle. That's interesting. I just brought up the baseball team for Arizona. But this connects to this dude. He hit his 59th and 60th home run. And I think that was actually Wednesday, if I remember correctly, against the Rockies. But he hit his 59th and 60th home run, Cal Raleigh. Okay. And you see the Seattle connection here, but after that game, he was left with 125 RBIs this season, most in the American League. That's Jason Myers' birthday, the 12th day of the 5th month, 125. The Seattle baseball team, the Seattle football team, these another trending story connected here. Notice how the Colorado Rockies, with that loss to the Mariners in that game, oh, it was Wednesday. Yes, Wednesday right there. That loss keeps them on 43 victories. You see, I got it circled right there. Oh, I don't know why I got that 43 in there. Oh, Rocky is what I was showing you. It was the Rockies, like ASAP Rocky. Isn't that amazing? The Rockies, like ASAP Rocky. So isn't that amazing how all of this stuff comes together? And a special shout out to my YouTube decoding buddy, Richard West, who mentioned in my comments Rocky, like the movie Rocky, like Sylvester Stallone, the boxer in the movie. And Tupac died after the Mike Tyson boxing match back in 96. And that anniversary just a couple of weeks ago of his death. Okay? But he got shot on the 7th and then died 6 days later on the 13th. That's even a 7-day span, which I need to add to my Asada Shakur death live that's going down later. But look at that, man. Look at all of this stuff trending and connecting. Rockies, the baseball team now, ASAP Rocky, this Tupac stuff. Notice how Jason Myers, this 52-yard field goal to beat the Cardinals. Okay? Notice Jason Myers equals 59. Jason equals 59. Cal Raleigh equals 59. So that Seattle connection, look at how it hits by the numbers now. Even his nickname, Big Dumper, equals 95. He hit his 59th and 60th homer in that game, so you get another 59 there. This designated hitter, baseball catcher for the Mariners of Seattle, connected to the Seattle Seahawks game. He hit his 60th home run in that game off of this guy, Angel Shavili, right there. This is amazing because there's even a baseball Angel team. So you get all of this baseball stuff that I'm having to bring up in this game, or in this decode, excuse me. Wow, this guy's even born in the 7th month, so you get another 7 there. But Cal Raleigh hits his 60th home run off of Angel Shavili, and it was a 59-day span from that guy's birthday to the game. And this guy hit his 59th home run off of another pitcher, Tanner Gordon, as well. But look at the 59s hit and how they connect to the Seattle football game here with Jason Myers. Cal Raleigh with this was a two home run game for him. You see him in the Mariner uniform there. A 2 home run game for him as well in that game. So another 2, and I'm working on other breakdowns right now that have more of the 2. And I mentioned at the beginning, you're gonna, we have to have this Tupac stuff in the air now with the death of his godmother, Asada Shakur. It's like his mom's stepsister or something like that. But we got to have the Tupac stuff now incorporated. But you can see this guy, Angel Shavili, giving up the 60th homer to Cal Raleigh. It was that guy's 43rd game pitched, if that was updated. That 7.6 ERA connects to Rocky Sylvester Stallone as well, because his birthday is 7/6. But you can see the Rockies stayed on 43 victories with the 43 games pitched. Mariners and Colorado equal 43. Seattle Seahawks equals 43. So look at how these stories continue to connect by the numbers. You see that? The Arizona Cardinals and Seattle Seahawks score a total combined points 43. Okay? On a 43 date numerology. Look at this. Look at this stuff. This is the reverse reduction cipher right here. 4 base ciphers adding to this undeniable script, undeniable evidence. YouTube would want to say it's misinformation. They would want to say that this isn't an accurate source. We don't need a source. This is a fact. It's the language in reverse reduction. Seattle Seahawks, look at that 92 right there. Because it was a 9-2 victory with the Seattle baseball team. AL West clinching 9-2 victory. Even the dude who hit 59 and his 60th homer in the game, Cal Raleigh, 29 on his jersey, like the 2-9 score, which is a 9-2 victory for Seattle. Mariners, Seattle Seahawks equals 92. Angel Shavili, who gave up the 60th home run pitch to Cal. His last birthday, the 209th day of the year, like 29, like 2-9, the score, like the reflection, Seattle Seahawks 92. He's even born in 2002, like 22, like 2. Even remember, if you put twins in the calculator, it equals 22 as well. So this is the guy that gave up the 59th homer to Cal Raleigh. He, in that game, he also has 29 on his jersey. North Carolina, Raleigh, North Carolina, founded in 1792. And this guy's last name is Raleigh. And I found out that he was born in North Carolina, which, if you read the article, would have no say so or place in the article. But look what happens when you just look into this. So all of that connects again to the 92 with Seattle Seahawks. This is the Seattle Mariners. Look at how these stories just connect by the numbers, by the location. There's probably something with the movie Halloween and Friday the 13th. Because look at this guy's name, Jason Myers, and those are the characters in those like horror movies, right? Jason and Michael Myers. Friday the 13th with Jason is interesting because Tupac Shakur died on the 13th of September and his death anniversary just hit. I mentioned Shakur's got the S like Seattle Seahawks. Wow, and it's his 29-year death anniversary as well for Tupac. Jeez. With all of those 29s that just hit. I mean, I have to mention that Trump equals 29. I don't want to, but I guess I have to. Ugh. Isn't that wild? Is the Super Bowl on 2/9? Super Bowl date? 2/8. Right there. 2/8. Okay, so yeah, I mean, isn't this great? Wow, man. Even Tanner Gordon, the other pitcher who gives up the 59th home run to Cal Raleigh, his birthday, the 299th day of the year, like 29. So both pitchers, and with that 29 on his jersey, both pitchers connect to the 29. 92, 9-2 the score. Seattle Mariners, Seattle Seahawks 92. We got Jason Myers of the Seattle Seahawks trending now. So look at the score again of that baseball game, because one of the numbers of Jason Myers was the 2. Remember, he wore the 5 and the 2. There's pictures of him wearing 5 and 2. I think 5 was in the current game. Don't quote me on that, but I think 5 was in this current victory over the Cardinals. So he's wore 5 and 2, 52-yard field goal. The Rockies lose scoring 2 runs, I should say, in that game against the Seattle Mariners. Colorado scores 2 runs to match that 2 on Jason Myers' jersey. He also has that 5 he wears on his jersey, born in the 5th month. Notice that he's born on the 12th of May. Asada Shakur dies 12 days after Tupac's death date anniversary. And this is the kind of more on a lighter note, but connected. We got that the heart of that stuff out of the way. In the reverse cipher with the alphabet, Jason Myers equals 131. And his last birthday, the 132nd day of the year. Look how close that is. Arizona Cardinals equals 267, the game on the 268th day of the year. I wanted to show you this little glitch here with Google. Look at that, should be like the kind of that should be the information on Jason Myers over there, which would be coming from Wikipedia. And notice right there, it would say everything about the character. But look what it says. It's kind of like a glitch in the system. info box, child equal body class equal V card, body style, like it's a created character or something. That just looks weird. Like you're creating a character on a video game or something. Equals width, header style equals line height. I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but it just seems like some kind of little glitch there, which is weird. So I just kind of like wanted to put that in there. Why does it say child? Isn't that weird? Okay, so that wasn't as brutal as I thought it would be. So I mean, that's wild stuff. Even Cardinals equals 162 in reverse right there. And that connects to baseball, 162 games in a year. I think it's baseball that equals 162 and Major League Baseball that equals 162. Jason equals 76. So you get that Rocky connection right there. Sylvester Stallone's birthday, with that game against the Rockies with the Mariners. And then that one pitcher had a 7.06 ERA. You see that right there? There's probably another 76 connection as well. Even Seahawks equals 129. Ooh, Jason Myers equals Tupac's death date. Wow, the 13th day of the ninth month. See, at the time I didn't include it because I didn't know about the Sada Shakur death. So look at that's more undeniable right there. That is undeniable. Jason Myers 139. There's that Tupac connection. Seattle Seahawks SS like Shakur S. Jason Myers has 40 like Tupac Shakur equals 40. And let's just verify that right here. And Tupac Shakur has that 139 as well. Tupac Shakur equals 40. There's that 139. Like Jason Myers and the Tupac death date. That is the 34th prime. You see right there. Wow, man. 139. And watch the live, or if it already happened, my live on Asada Shakur's death. Look at a 40 caliber Glock he got shot with. There's that 40 again. Look at that. 4 rounds. 40 is like 4. Shot on the 13th day of the ninth, or killed. He died on the 13th day of the ninth month. 13 minus 9 is 4. Again, Jason Myers 40, like 4. Tupac Shakur 40, like 4. Look at that, man. So that's wow, huh? So yeah, man, Tupac energy. Even that, this game was 136 days after Jason Myers' birthday. Flip that 6, you get that 13-9 again. It's completely wild, okay? That 136 days is the same as 19 weeks and some change. But you have that 19. Remember, S is the 19th letter of the alphabet. Yeah, and Seattle equals 19. There's another 119 like 19 somewhere with Seattle. I can't find it. Maybe I'm wrong. I know I've said that before as well. So you're seeing all of this energy with Tupac. So you could see the Seahawks land on 3-1 with the victory, 3-point victory. The Cardinals with the loss, they go to 2-2. Who is up next? The Buccaneers are up next for Seattle. That's amazing. It's on the 10th month and the 5th day, 105, and Arizona equals 105. You see how this code works, right? Just got done playing the Arizona team. Let me pull up the Cardinals. Cardinals And then if you made it this far, shout out to you. I appreciate you, okay? They're showing the baseball team. And up next for the Cardinals, also on 105. Arizona equals 105. Tennessee Titans, you get the T like Tupac T. See that right there? And the game is at 105 on 10/5, and Arizona equals 105. Come on, man. So you can see Humpty Dumpty fell off a wall. Jack and Jill went up the hill. The 2 and the 5 with those jerseys, like 25 as well. For Jason Myers, Asada Shakur dead on the 25th. The game was on the 25th. We're in the year 25. Another shout out to Richard West, Tupac, dead at 25. Bam. Okay. So, I mean, that's all. I mean, that's it, man. That was a lot. But I think it was fairly easy, okay? So, yeah, he does got that 5 on his jersey in the game. There's probably a connection with the QB. You know, Sam Darnold has that S as well. There's that 76 again right there, man. Wild. Numbers. Why do they got numbers? Jason Myers boots a 52-yarder on the final play, lifting the Seahawks to a 23-20 win over the Cardinals. Amazing. I don't even know, actually, this may actually release a couple days after I record it because I have a few videos in the works. So if I misspoke on any of the time on the timing doesn't land on what I said. These are all facts though, right? But yeah, if the timing is a little off, uh you would have seen that live by now, but if not, the live for Asada Shakur, go check it out. Okay? Peace.